Hello everyone, welcome to MEP Booster. So in this lecture we'll discuss the introduction to fan coil unit and its component. After the end of this lecture you would be able to understand what is fan coil unit. Then we'll show you about the role of fan coil unit in HVAC system. After that we'll discuss the components of FCU. So let's start. So now what is the main purpose of fan coil unit? Okay, so all of you know that fan coil unit is a type of HVAC equipment generally used to regulate the temperature of a space by circulating air over a coil that can either heat or cool the air. Okay, so fan coil unit is a simple part of heating, ventilation, air conditioning system that are found in almost all residential, industrial and commercial building. In this process, generally we can use both primary and secondary refrigerant. So here what is meant by primary and secondary refrigerant? All of you listen careful. Primary refrigerant means the refrigerant which changes phase during the cycle. For example, R134A, R410A, tetrafluoroethane. Okay. So the refrigerant which changes phase during the cycle, any type of refrigerant which you are using, okay, that is called as a primary refrigerant. Secondary refrigerant means the refrigerant which changes temperature during the cycle. For example, chilled water supply and return. If you are using chilled water, so generally here what happening, the temperature will change now during the cycle, water temperature will change. So that is your secondary, like you are using brine, so that is your secondary refrigerant. Okay, chilled water supply, return, brine, okay, glycol, so that is your secondary refrigerant. So it comes under ductable AC, means with the help of one FCU we can provide conditioned air to different zone with the help of a duct. Okay, so FCU are widely used in buildings such as offices, hotel, residential complexes, commercial spaces. All of you remember the primary purpose of an FCU is to provide localized heating or cooling by controlling the air temperature and ventilation within a particular zone or room. The range starts from 2 TR to maximum 10 TR. Maybe in some manufacturer catalog maybe you can go more than that, but maximum normal manufacturer catalog which we have seen, maximum range is up to 10 TR. Okay, if you have a capacity, let's say cooling load calculation you have done, it is coming more than 10 TR, better is to go for AHU. Okay, is it clear this thing? Okay, now let's see the next topic, role of FCU in HVAC system. So what is the role? So remember, the fan coil unit plays a vital role in an HVAC system by providing localized control over temperature, air circulation, ventilation and more. So here I will show you a detail of the FCU roles in each of these area with the example. Okay, so in that the first one is the temperature control. FCUs are designed to either heat or cool the air in a space, okay, based on the demand by pressing air over a heating or cooling coil. So how this it will work? FCU have both, okay, heating and cooling coil connected to a central chill water or hot water system. So when the thermostat detects that the temperature is higher than desired, the chill water coil cools the air. If heating is needed, suppose if heating is needed, so hot water circulate through the coil to warm the air. Generally, if I take one example, in a hotel, suppose each room is equipped with an FCU. So if a guest prefers the room cooler, they can adjust the thermostat and the FCU will circulate chill water to cool the room. While in winter, the same unit will switch to heating mode using hot water to warm the space. Okay, so this is the first role of FCU. Now let's see the second is given air circulation. Yes, FCU maintain continuous air circulation by drawing room air over their coils and blowing it back into the room after conditioning. So here what happens, generally the unit means FCU pulls in return air from this space, passes it over the cooling or heating coil and redistribute it back into the room. So this keeps the air moving and prevent the space from becoming stuffy or stagnant. For example, in an open plan office, an FCU continuously circulate air, ensuring all area receive an even distribution of cool or warm air. So this constant airflow keeps the office space comfortable for employees. Okay. Next is the ventilation support. So FCU are primarily for heating and cooling, and they can be integrated with fresh air duct to introduce outside air, supporting the ventilation need of a building. Okay, how it's work? Here FCU can mix a portion of fresh air with recirculated air. Okay, some system include outside air duct connected to the FCU to improve air quality and provide ventilation while maintaining temperature control. So in a, suppose let's say example of a small classroom. In a small classroom, generally an FCU connected to an external fresh air duct provide ventilation by bringing in fresh outdoor air while maintaining the room's temperature. So this setup helps improve air quality, preventing carbon dioxide buildup from student and improving comfort environment. Okay, so this is the main purpose. Next is the energy efficiency. So FCUs allow energy saving by providing zonal control, meaning they condition only the area that need heating or cooling rather than conditioning the entire building. Okay, each FCU operates independently, all of you know this, meaning rooms or zone can be heated or cooled individually. So occupant can control their own temperature, reducing the needs to over-condition spaces that are unoccupied. So this result in lower energy consumption. Next is the compact design. Okay, next role of FCU in HVAC is compact design. So FCU are compact and versatile in installation, making them suitable for a wide range of spaces, including those with limited space. FCU can be installed in ceiling, walls or underfloor and are generally smaller than large air handling unit, making them suitable for tight spaces. Okay, their compact size also allow easy retrofitting into older building. Example, in a retail store, the FCU is mounted in the ceiling, all of you know, maximizing the use of floor space for sale while still providing effective heating and cooling. So this compact design allows the store to maintain comfortable temperature without bulky equipment taking up valuable floor space. Okay, so this is the another. Next is the dehumidification. So FCU generally plays a role in dehumidification, especially when cooling the air. So when the air passes over the chilled coil, moisture in the air condenses and it removes, lowering humidity level. Understood? During cooling, generally the air temperature is lower, all of you know, to the dew point, so causing moisture in the air to condense on the cold coil surface. So this moisture is collected in a drain pan and removed, reducing indoor humidity and improving comfort environment. And finally, system integration. FCUs are also designed to integrate seamlessly with central HVAC systems such as chilled water system or hot water boilers, and with thermostat control for easy management. So how it works? Generally, what happen here? You can see in this figure also, the FCUs are connected to central HVAC system that supply either chilled or heated water. They are also integrated with thermostat control, allowing occupant to set their preferred temperature. Some advanced system even connect to building management system BMS for centralized monitoring and control. Okay, so in a modern office building, when you see what happened there, each zone or room has an FCU connected to the central chilled and hot water system. The building management system monitors and controls the temperature of each zone remotely, adjusting the setting based on the occupancy and external condition to optimize energy use and comfort. Okay, so this is the role of FCU, fan coil unit, in HVAC system. So by fulfilling this role, fan coil unit contributes significantly to maintaining comfortable, energy efficient and healthy indoor environment across various building types. Now, the next topics which we have to discuss is the component of fan coil unit. So fan coil unit consists of several components, each playing a crucial role in its operation, okay, for effective heating, cooling and air circulation. So let's see a detailed overview of each component along with example also. In that, the first is the fan. So fan which we are using inside the HU, the fan is an FCU. In an FCU is responsible for moving air over the coil and distributing it into the space. Okay, typically FCUs use a centrifugal or axial fan. Next, we have a cooling and heating coil. So all of you know that this coil coils the air. This coil cools the air as it passes over it, using chilled water circulate through the coil. The main purpose of cooling coil is what? It cools this type of cooling coil cools the air as it passes over it, using chilled water circulate through the coil. And heating coil, this type of coil heats the air using hot water or steam circulated through it. So it is given, the coil is a heat exchanger that contains chilled water or hot water to cool or heat the air passing through it. For example, in a hotel room, when the temperature setting is low, chilled water flows through the cooling coil, allowing the unit to lower the air temperature for guest comfort. And same in a residential setting during winter, the heating coil activates when the temperature is set above the room temperature, warming the air before it is circulated back into the room. Next component is the filter. So filters are installed to capture dust, dirt and other airborne particles, ensuring that the air supplied is clean. Okay, so this is the main purpose of chiller. So filters, all of you know that in a healthcare facility, generally which type of filter we are using? HEPA filter may be used in FCU to ensure that the air is clean and safe for patient and staff, okay, minimizing the risk of airborne diseases. Next component is the condensate drain pan. All of you know, I think, the main purpose of condensate drain pan is what? It collects moisture that condenses on the cooling coil during the dehumidification process. Okay, the water is then drained away from the unit to prevent overflow and water damage. Clear? Now the next is the thermostat or control system. The thermostat controls the temperature of the room by regulating the operation of the fan and the amount of hot or cold water flowing through the coil. Clear this thing? Thermostat generally monitors the temperature in the room and control the operation of the FCU. Basically what they can do, it send signal to the unit to activate heating or cooling based on the desired temperature setting. So in a smart home, when you see a programmable thermostat connected to the FCU, allows homeowner to set a specific temperature for different times of the day, optimizing energy usage while maintaining comfort. Now the next component is the dampers, which is optional in AHU. The main purpose of dampers are what? Some FCUs have damper to control airflow into this space. Okay, Clear? Damper are adjustable devices, okay, that regulate airflow into the unit. They can control the amount of outside air mixed with return air and help direct airflow to a specific area. This is the main purpose of dampers. Next component is the casing or housing. Casing is what? Casing is the outer structure that encloses all the internal component of the FCU. Okay, that is called as a casing. It is designed basically to provide insulation and protect the component from environmental factor. This is the main purpose. That is why casing is given. Okay. Next is the supply and return air grills. So all of you know supply air grills means what? Yes, grills generally allow air to enter and exit the FCU. Na? Supply air grills allow conditioned air to exit the FCU and flow into the room. For example, in a restaurant, supply air grill direct cooled air from the FCU into the dining area, ensuring guests remain comfortable during their meals. Okay. Same way, return air grills allow air from the room to be drawn back into the FCU for reconditioning. For example, in a conference room, return air grills generally collect warm air from the space, which is then circulated back to the FCU to be cooled before being distributed again. Okay, so this is the main purpose of supply and return grills. So these components which I have discussed here work together. Okay, these all components work together to ensure that the fan coil unit effectively maintain indoor comfort by providing efficient heating, cooling and air circulation. Now the topics which we have covered in this session: first we have discussed the main purpose of fan coil unit, then I have shown you the role of FCU in HVAC systems, and then we have discussed the components of FCU. Hope all of you enjoy this session. See you in next one.